You're really this poor? You expect me to support you? I looked up at her. Sunlight streamed through the gap in the curtains, falling on her face and illuminating every expression in sharp detail. She was my cousin, Linda, always impeccably dressed in sleek suits, a brand new coffee cup in her hand. My arm bore fresh needle marks, the 4-line hanging quietly beside me, hospital white walls reflecting my exhausted shadow. Poor. I almost couldn't stop the tremor in my voice. Don't play dumb. Look at yourself. 3 years, and you don't even have a proper bed. She shook her coffee cup mockingly, eyes radiating superiority. I gripped the bedsheet until my knuckles turned white. A nurse passed by, knocking lightly on the door, impatience in her gaze, but I barely noticed. Linda continued, relentless, honestly, do you think you could survive on your own? Everyone knows you've been eating leftovers from the office, right? That expired yogurt kind of thing. The air felt heavy, like someone had placed an iron plate on my chest. Every moment of the last 3 years, every penny, every hunger pang, every slight and neglect, surfaced at once. My fingers instinctively touched the thick ledger in my pocket, 3 years of expenses and hardships, all recorded meticulously. The hospital's fluorescent light made the air feel greenish and cold. I remembered the first time I moved to the city, a tiny apartment with only a folding chair and a mattress on the floor. Leaky faucets, a broken refrigerator barely fit for a few cans of food. I worked 10-hour days, 6 days a week, on a meager marketing internship stipend. I scrimped and saved, afraid I wouldn't have rent money by month's end. I always thought my parents' money was fairly distributed, never realizing they were quietly funneling my rightful funds into Linda's lifestyle. I remembered the first time I noticed the bank discrepancies, heart racing. Every month, $3,500 was supposed to come to me. Instead, it went straight into Linda's modeling account. $3,500 a month, for 3 years, $126,000. I survived on cheap convenience food and office leftovers while she wore designer sportswear, went to photo shoots, and enjoyed everything I'd earned. Every humiliation cut like a blade. In high school, Linda effortlessly drew attention from teachers and classmates, while I was invisible. Each scholarship I earned, every achievement, barely registered. In college, I worked part-time until late at night while she attended training courses and auditions with family money, eating leftovers, and hoping not to faint on the subway. Once, a hypoglycemic episode struck in class. I collapsed. The professor panicked, classmates rushed around me. At home, my parents comforted me, "You're overworked. Take care of yourself." Meanwhile, the money quietly went to her. Each illness, each hunger pang, I learned to endure silently. I hardened myself, yet deep inside, the seed of revenge quietly took root, not impulsive, but cold, inevitable. Back in my hospital bed, I called my father. My voice was calm, yet underlaid with restrained power. "Dad, I know everything." The silence on the other end was heavier than any words. Then, his voice came, grave, "You hold on. I'll take care of it immediately." Hours later, he visited my apartment. Seeing my sparse living conditions twisted his expression with guilt and pain. We said nothing. Together, we examined the evidence of my struggle, the broken fridge, thin mattress, nearly empty cupboards. I held the ledger, detailing every cent denied to me over the last 3 years. "This is what I deserve," I said evenly, eyes sharp and unwavering. Father finally realized the severity of the concealment and misappropriation by Mother and Linda. We planned immediately to reclaim the funds and hold them accountable. Neither Mother nor Linda anticipated our actions. Their world shook for the first time. The revenge plan began carefully. I collected bank statements, contracts, transaction details, analyzing every expenditure. Each lavish purchase, every photo shoot Linda made was documented. I created a private account to track her social media, noting every boast and misleading post. Step 1. With my father acting secretly, we froze portions of her accounts. Slowly, her lifestyle began to crumble. Sudden failed payments, delayed rent reminders, missed purchases for shoots. Panic set in. She had no idea why. Next, I publicly exposed the facts on social media, presenting evidence of her lavish lifestyle funded by my deprivation. At first, she protested. "I didn't know it was your money. I was just pursuing my dreams." I stayed calm, posting screenshots of statements and transfers, detailing 3 years of deprivation and hunger. The public reaction was swift. Panic overwhelmed her. She was forced to face the privilege she had taken for granted. She pleaded privately, threatened, cried. I remained impassive. I let her bear the consequences herself: payment delays, credit damage, social pressure, all gradually stripping her sense of control. I meticulously tracked every cent owed, ensuring she understood her debt and its interest. Each delay, I applied pressure through my father and lawyer. Desperation grew. For the first time, she felt helpless and afraid. My calculated, methodical actions showed her that past advantages had vanished. During a phone call, she nearly begged, "Fine, I'll pay. Please stop messaging me. I'll do it soon." I didn't reply immediately, only said flatly, "Time's up. You must fulfill your obligations." My voice calm, yet commanding. Her cries echoed across the line, helplessness mirroring the humiliation she'd forced upon me over 3 years, now fully reversed. Meanwhile, I rebuilt my own life. Bought a bed, furniture, essentials, started eating properly and exercising. At work, I demonstrated my 3 years of resilience and skill, earning promotions and raises. Economic independence gave me security and clarity. Revenge wasn't about emotional satisfaction, it was about ensuring facts and responsibility fell to the right person. 4 months later, Linda began repayment. Each transaction precisely recorded, each delay met with evidence-backed reminders. She pleaded and begged, every instance a victory for me. Ultimately, she had no excuse, responsibility was unavoidable. The story ends not in reconciliation, but in calm restoration. I maintain distance but have rebuilt trust with my father. Linda repaid her debt, yet her lifestyle and social standing have long-term consequences. She experienced accountability and fear for the first time. My revenge was the triumph of fact and order, not simple vindication. I sit in my new chair, sunlight spilling across the room, flipping through my ledger. A strange peace fills me. Revenge completed, humiliation returned to its origin, but I have reclaimed freedom, dignity, and control over myself and my world. Those who once forced me to endure, starve, and suffer now feel fear and helplessness. I, calm and composed, have finally taken back my life.